are used for the purpose they are intended for, to bring development to the people living in counties.
Again, Chair, with time I would be able to respond to those issues. I would have to get the information and present it to this committee.
You know, have you read Section 7(2) of the DPP Act? You know it? You know that section?
You can refresh me.
Or we can read it for you.
Senior Counsel, you may.
I can read it for you. Okay? At any time, okay, the President, the National Assembly, or the Senate may require the Director of Public Prosecutions to submit a report on any particular issue. That is power given to the Senate of the Republic of Kenya. So we want to know whether there are files that you have forwarded to the office of the DPP, no prosecution has taken place, or where charges have been withdrawn unilaterally. We also want the DPP to appear before us, okay, so that we know where the disconnect is. And the Governor of Garissa, Governor of Mandera. On my part, me, I've never met you. I don't know you. I don't have your number. That you can confirm. So I'm not conflicted in any way. Yeah? No. Sorry, Chairman. I'm very particular. I've never talked to you. I've never met you. I'm meeting you before this committee for the first time. No. So I'm not conflicted. I'm doing the work that I've been elected to do. Yes?
It's fine.
Am I factually okay there?
No, you are doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, Chairman, we need to follow all these issues. The work we are doing is on behalf of Kenyans. We are doing this purely on public interest, Chair. So let EACC appear jointly with the DPP so that Kenyans can know,
DCI.
And DCI,
Yes.
so that we know where the disconnect is, Chair.
So to package what you're saying is that we have invited the EACC on Thursday, the 11th of September. They will take us through county by county all the matters that Parliament has referred to them. In the event the EACC has sent a file to ODPP to consider whether prosecution should be commenced, Parliament has the power not to direct, but to ask for a report from the ODPP. Senior Counsel is...
DPP Act to give us the status, because the information we have, Chair, and allegations that some of the files that are being referred to DPP are being secretly withdrawn against some individuals who are facing corruption allegations in counties. And as a Senate, since we are the protectors of devolution under Article 96, we are very keen. Protecting devolution also includes fight against corruption. So I hope, Chair, those three agencies, so that the EACC will sit there, DPP will sit there, DCI, so that when EACC says they have forwarded the file to the DPP, we ask the DPP the fate of that file, not to interfere with the investigations, but to give us the status report, so that we put the blame where it is, because the perception in the country, Chair, has been made to believe that it is us, Parliament, who are the obstacles to fight against corruption, which is not very true. So I agree in fact, myself and Senator Sifuna, a very, very brilliant arrangement to that effect. Let's bring everybody on board so that we try to target where we have some disconnect and maybe try to mend fences.
Thank you. Any other observations before we
Chairman.
give final directions? Auditor General?
I just wanted to confirm that I've shared the issues for EACC for the counties.
Yes, we have seen them, Chair. I've actually seen them in my wall. We are going to go through them and make some interventions.
EACC, your mic is on. You want to say something?
No, not the Chair.
Yeah, just to summarize, the public is tired with all the talk that we are having in parliamentary committees. The public wants to see action. And what happened is that within the requirements of Article 2298, this Senate considered the written responses from Mandera. Because of the short time frames, we did not call you to appear before this committee. Or did we? We based our report on your written responses.
Yeah, we did submit actually this report in March.
Yes. So on
Written
the
responses.
written responses,
That's the one you discussed and then make recommendations.
we made recommendations.
So this response is already with the Senate. I don't know why the clerk is saying he just received.
No. You don't go there, Governor.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say something that is helpful to you. On the basis of your written responses, self-reporting, where you said that evidence was available to support expenditure, we agreed with you. And you do realize that the report we are looking at right now is a report that focuses more on policy issues, ethnic composition, one-third salary rule, audit committees, risk management policy. Because you self-reported, we considered your self-report and came up with these recommendations. But there was a recommendation on payments to KRA. There was a recommendation on payments to legal firms. There was a recommendation on unsupported payments on pharmaceuticals. Some of those we marked to the EACC. Right now, we do not need your explanation. Right now, we need the EACC to tell us whether they have investigated and whether they find the recommendations or resolutions of the Senate to be actionable. So we must demonstrate now to the public that it is not just talk. I think the members of this committee, some of them, like Senator from Nairobi, Senator from Nandi, are perhaps most articulate when it comes to accountability issues. But it is now appearing like we just talk and we don't bite. And it's difficult to explain that we don't have the teeth is with EACC. So we must bring the EACC into this room and the ODPP to ensure that together we can bite and together we can slay this dragon of corruption that everybody is talking about. So with that, I don't know whether there's anything additional on this particular subject. Coming back to the report on Mandera, there are a few issues of policy where we wanted to get your update because there the action was on you. But your report came last night. The PBO has not had time to analyze it and to advise us on whether whatever you have responded is factual. In fact, I think we now need to insist that these responses should be accompanied by a sworn affidavit so that we can then take the responses to be akin to submission under oath. So for the issues that we have not addressed, we will take a view whether to reinvite you to deal with the policy issues. But for the issues that were marked to the EACC, the date is Thursday, 11th of September, for us to get a comprehensive update across the 47 counties. Senator Spoon.
And Chair, just skimming through the responses, Governor, it appears you are responding to the initial audit queries. The guidance that the Chair was trying to give you there was that we already
until the governors realize that public office is not personal. It is held in trust, and you must comply and abide by the provisions of the Constitution. So let there be no fear that this Senate or this committee is afraid that governors will not come before us. When governors come before us, they are not doing us a favor. They are doing that which they are employed or elected to do. So our friends in the media, don't be worried. Even if there are a few postponements, deferments, I think we have sufficient tools in the Constitution and in statute to compel the appearance of governors before this committee. Honourable members, any other business?
Chair, maybe to add Article 96.3, just to add on your statement, Chair, Article 96.3, the oversight of the Senate is provided for to oversight on the national revenue that has been given through revision of revenue under Article 217. Article 293.4, the same Parliament appropriates to independent commission. So the role of oversight, Chair, has been entrenched. Even the Supreme Court has ruled that oversight, both primary is to the MCS, secondary is to the Senate. And even in the Oparanya case, that matter has been adjudicated upon and it has been ruled. So when governors appear before the committees of Parliament, they appear to follow the constitutional obligation that they were elected to do, because we need accountability and transparency. And I'm happy with Governor of Mandera. He has indicated that he wants to be part of accountability and transparency as constitutionally obligated. So, Chair, I want to confirm this committee does not do any witch hunt to any governor. We are just doing what Constitution provides for us as members of Parliament. And I think that is what is very important. And I want to appeal, Chair, the Powers and Privileges, Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Act, Cap 6 laws of Kenya, is very clear that we have enough tools to ensure any governor or any witness as provided for under Article 125 who do not want to appear. I think it's section 18 of the Powers and Privileges Act. We have tools to issue summonses to fine. And in fact, I'm proposing, because we have a bicameral intervention
Around corruption, there are other things that there are other people who think that devolution is not something that we should have. I've heard the governor of Mandera referring to it as a historic blessing to his people. And I was there myself to witness some of the things that have been done there in terms of dealing with years of marginalization and exclusion. And as I said when I was there, it is important for leaders in this republic. Senator Cherargei calls himself a senator of the Republic of Kenya. It is important for you to be in all of the Republic of Kenya, to see how other people are living. I know you are with me, I'm just...
Okay.
I'm not... you were with me and you saw the things that we saw.
Yeah.
So, Governor, unfortunately, there is others amongst you who really have nothing to show in terms of the 12 or 13 years of devolution. And they really provide the firepower for the people who want to attack devolution, those who say maybe we should give all this money to the counties. There are members of the National Assembly who say, if you come to my constituency, I can show you the things that I've done with CDF, but you can't see any projects by the county governments. So we want to encourage you, and especially as a COG, to understand. Yesterday we had the conversation about the attacks on devolution will come from multiple places. I don't know, maybe at the end of my term as a senator in 2027, you also who have been on the COG can give us an idea, what is it called? An appraisal of how we have performed in terms of being defenders of devolution and pushing for the county interests of the counties. I can't praise myself or blow my own trumpet, but also we feel that there is a reciprocal duty on the part of the Council of Governors to defend the institutions that defend you. How can you be the ones originating attacks on the Senate? It doesn't make any sense to me, Honorable Chair. So there is a broader conversation, because I thought until this devolution conference, I actually believed that the COG is on the same side with the Senate in the fight for devolution. But I have come
of electricity. And I think on the working, that the report that was presented through Senator Oburu Odinga's Energy Committee, in that resolution, and I want to advise you, Governor, that you should get the resolution of the Senate where we directed that Mandera and any other county that is not connected to the national grid of electricity, they must be accessed. So for some of us who have visited, and I think Senator Dulo was with us, for some of us who have visited, Chair, we have had the benefit of having, you know, Chair, when I hear some people talking about tribalists who talk about one region, they should travel this country so that when you discuss the issues of this country, you know the challenges that we are facing. And one of the challenges we saw was the issue of security. I hope you'll be able to brief us. And the governor then was able to explain to us the collaboration and the role of the country in the issue of insecurity, because Mandera borders both Ethiopia and Somalia, the challenges that they're experiencing, and many other challenges, especially in the security sector, the connectivity of internet that affects the issue of euphemisms and other challenges. So on all those fronts, Governor, what we request is that let us make accountability and transparency part of our DNA in realizing the full fruition of devolution in our country. So I think for some of us who have visited Chair, we are lucky, but I don't know whether Senate will have enough resources to ensure that we visit county.
Yeah, I think let's restrict ourselves to the mandate of this committee. The mandate of this committee is to confirm whether the 11 billion that was spent by Mandera County government in that financial year was used efficiently and lawfully. That is our mandate. There are other things that the other committees will deal with. Governor, you may respond to the issues raised, and perhaps that then will be your final remarks.
Thank you, Chair and Honorable Senators. And I just want to confirm that if there's any institution I respect, any institution that I want to partner with the Senate, because for the last, I think, 6-7 years, devolution has been under a serious attack. But for the last 3 years, I must say the Senate actually has come out, and we discussed this at the Council of Governors meetings, to come out and defend Constitution, and by extension defend devolution. And I agree that is your mandate. And I also want to thank the senators who visited Mandera, because sometimes as governors we are always condemned as a whole. The word corruption and a governance becomes almost like in everyone sentences together. And that's not the fact. Of course, corruptions are there in every institution in this country, but it's good to separate where somebody you deal with corruption and you don't connect corruption to devolution, because it's not only happens in the counties, it happens everywhere, in national government, actually in a bigger way. So for me, Senate has been a very, very viable partner when it comes to matters of devolution, because you always fight for us on issues of shareable revenue. You support us in the formula, and even appearing before these committees and discussing these things also help us in learning the challenges we have. Because what we have in the report is an allegation, and it can only be confirmed after investigation. That's why I support the EACC to investigate all allegations, because until it is investigated and confirmed, it remains allegation. And on the 45 million legal fees, I think the chair has given direction. And we have seen it even in the report, that ACC to look at it and see whether we have done outside the law or we did within the law. And that thing, I think we leave it there, because I'm sure they have the capacity to look at it and give us the report. But where we sit, we have explained ourselves, and it is there, it is written there, and we said we are still within the law. On appearing before this committee, I personally have never had an issue, because when you are sending a letter, you refer to articles of Constitution of Kenya, and when you look at it, and it's true. So we cannot just argue, we are not in court. As long as we come here and discuss matters of county government of Mandera and discuss on how best we can utilize fund given the people of Mandera, we are in support. Because today I'm a governor, and tomorrow somebody else will be. Today I'm a governor, a few years later I can be a senator. So these are institutions that must work together. To do what? Support devolution and improve actually issues of use of public fund, because we have been trusted with funds meant for the people of Mandera, for me, and it is my responsibility, because I swear with the Holy Quran that I will protect the Constitution and the relevant laws and support the people of Mandera in terms of making use of the monies that is under my supervision to go to the right places. And the senators who visited Mandera can confirm that devolution is working in Mandera. In fact, if you further read my report, we have done a lot of improvement in health, in water, because there is a section of Mandera County which has been referred to as Wild West, meaning there's no water, there's no life in that area. Because we have been told many years that there's no underground water. I can confirm that after investing in technology and training our engineers, we are able to identify about 66 fresh water aquifers in Mandera West, which has never been there. And we have already started drilling, and we have done 20 borehole, which out of the 20, 18 were successfully drilled and waiting for equipment. In health,
on water, through the chair, on water, how many families have been connected with piped water? In
for the last 15 years, we have connected.
No, in your tenure, forget about.
In my tenure, we have connected 15,000
families.
Yes.